All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bay Path Regional Vocational Technical High School. We are super excited to have you all on with us tonight for our annual meet and greet for our incoming freshman class. My name is Dean Packard. I'm the proud principal of Bay Path, and nights like these give us an opportunity to create what I call a first impression syndrome. So what we really wanted to get at it tonight is an opportunity for all of you out there to put names to faces, kind of know a little bit about our roles here at Bay Path, but more importantly, how we can help your child be super, super successful as we transition into the next year for their first year of their high school experience. So, you know, again, as a principal, these nights, they're just super important for us. And you're going to meet all of our administrative team, and we're going to take some time just to review some things that we think are really important. So, first and foremost, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper here for us. At Bay Path, we believe in a transformative power of education, of vocational education, balancing it with academics, and allowing students to explore and create pathways for their future success. We have 23 programs that allow students to be able to explore. And I'll tell you, it's just second to none to watch the learning that goes on. And I used the word transformative before because they use hands-on learning to be able to really dictate those real-world future skills that they need to be successful when they leave here at school. Now, you got to remember, we don't only have the vocational pathways, we also have rigorous academics from AP to inclusion to anything you can think of. We want to make sure that we have an academic experience for every student, and we want students to be successful across the board. And that's what we shoot for each and every time that every student comes through our door. Um, I know this as a building-based principal, our success is predicated on the partnership we create with you guys at home. Parents and caregivers play a huge part in the success of students meeting their goals when they're here through high school. We are super excited to have you with us tonight. And, I can't say enough about our school. A little background on me, the principal. I've had over 30 years of experience in education. I was a high school teacher for 10 years, social studies at a nearby school at Shepherd Hill. I was an assistant principal at a middle school. Then I spent 20 years as a middle school principal. In the last 3 years, I've had the absolute pleasure of working with this administrative team, creating systems of efficacy to really help move the learning forward at Bay Path. We've made some great strides with our data. We've made some great strides with understanding, student needs. But most importantly, we take each and every day as a challenge to get a little bit better. And that's what excites me about the team that we have with us tonight. And more importantly, that support that every single student needs to be successful. So that's about where I'm going to stop right now because I can go on and brag about the great things here at Bay Path. But we have a lot of people on this call tonight, and I want you to get a chance. I'll come back in a little bit to close up. But right now, I'm going to kick it over to our superintendent of schools, Mr. Kyle Brenner.
Thank you, Principal Packard, and welcome. Welcome to our class of 2030. You know, we have, and Mr. Packard said it, we have a lot of people that are eager to talk about and brag about Bay Path and all the incredible things that happen here. I just want to start by saying it's an honor to be with you this evening to share your excitement and a little bit of nerves as you plan your educational future for the next 4 years. More importantly, your career vocational technical education for the next 4 years. And then I just want to share a personal story that I believe wraps everything that Principal Packard just said about the rigor and the relevancy and the relationships and the responsibilities that you're going to be exposed to. And more importantly, the opportunities you'll be exposed to here at Bay Path. We had the honor, both Principal Packard and myself, to escort two of our top scholars, Emily and Vincent, to an annual scholars recognition. So not only was two of our top scholars, but there were 70 plus students from across Worcester County. So they were honored up at Holy Cross, the College of the Holy Cross, and you know they just shine to hear their accomplishments when they went up to accept their token and their certificate, token of appreciation certificate was just amazing. And it was so humbling to be there and listen to the incredible accomplishments and opportunities that every student up there had. And it tied it in why we do what we do every day. You know, our two students on the way home, we grilled them. We were talking, we had a captive audience and, about their futures. They're already leaders and innovators in our communities. and they're 17 and 18 years old. And to me, that's why I got into education, to provide every student that opportunity to be their best for their futures, as well as ours. They are our future. So, these two students, they're talking University of Southern Florida in Tampa, WPI, UMass Amherst, and UMass Lowell. Business degree to be an entrepreneur, a dual major, software engineering and computer science. They've got it mapped out. They've got their plan, and they took advantage of every opportunity that was offered to them here. Rigorous vocational skills, rigorous academic courses, AP courses. One of them is dual enrolled at, college, getting a physics, course under the belt to be prepared for their future. They're in STEM clubs. They take part, in after school activities in our sports. You'll hear about that, as well as National Honor Society. They're into music. Just incredible opportunities that are available to every one of our students this evening. We asked, did Bay Path live up to your expectations when you entered here 4 years ago? Collectively and eagerly, yes, and more. Emily, I think it was, right, Ms. Packard, who said, I took advantage of everything. You get out what you put in. And that's it. You can get out of anything in life. It depends on what you're putting in. No guarantees. You work hard, you're resilient, you show up, and every one of the people that you see here tonight and our staff and our teachers are here to help elevate you to the next level. So there's plenty of opportunity. There's plenty of support from everyone here at Bay Path. And, it's an incredible opportunity. I'll leave you with one last thought from the guest speaker today. Shoot for the moon and don't worry about missing, because you're going to land among the stars. That's what Bay Path is all about. You have the opportunity. Again, welcome and congratulations. And we look forward to seeing you walk in the halls.
Thank you, Superintendent Brenner. Up next, we have Mrs. Alpine.
Hello, like Mr. Packard said, my name is Nancy Alpine, and I serve as the Pupil Services Director here at Bay Path, and I've been part of the community for 16 years. And my background includes working as a special education teacher, a school principal, and a guidance counselor. And I feel those experiences have allowed me to help with all your students' needs when they come into the school. So for families of our incoming freshmen, we're here to help, and that means we're going to support a smooth transition into the high school. We're going to ensure students with learning differences receive appropriate services and supports. We're going to assist with 504 plans, IEP plans, and other interventions that any student needs. We'll help support students with their mental health and social and emotional well-being, and serving as a point of contact when families have concerns about their children's needs. So give us a call. Our student supports at any time you need to. And again, my goal is to partner with you. High school is a big step, but I know everybody's worried. And we want every student to feel supported and included and prepared for success here at Bay Path. And I have had a few phone calls and some emails from some parents asking about their children's 504s or IEPs. And we will be reaching out to all your sending towns, all your schools, their guidance counselors, and our team chairs. And we will have all that information before your child enters Bay Path. And we will have meetings with you to go over and give you comparable services to what they have in their middle school. So thank you all for joining us.
Thank you, Mrs. Alpine. One of my key words that I took away from that there, the word worried, and I know that that's out there. What I want to change that to is opportunity, because the opportunity is going to make it even better for you. So thank you so much. Appreciate that that review. Next up, we have Mr. James Tripp Buckavicius.
Thank you, Mr. Packard. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bay Path. So my name is Jim Tripp Buckavicius, and I serve as the Vocational Director, also known as the Director of Career and Technical Education here at Bay Path. So in my role, I have the privilege of overseeing the 23 Chapter 74 vocational programs. So we have everything, as you know, from auto tech to diesel tech to our construction shops, health technology, veterinary animal science, and so on. We're super excited about diesel tech specifically being a new program here. But more importantly, my role is about one thing: creating and expanding opportunities for students. So that means making sure that our own programs are aligned with current industry needs. We have a strong advisory board, which is actually meeting next week. They help guide us on not only updating equipment and tools, but curriculum, and also offering co-op opportunities, which Mr. Turo will talk about shortly. We're building strong partnerships with employers and colleges so that when students graduate from Bay Path, they're truly prepared for what comes next, whether that's entering the workforce, like Superintendent Brenner said, continuing their education, perhaps military, or all the above. So students will obviously have the opportunity to participate in exciting real-world projects in all the shops, including our annual house building project, if you're in one of the construction trades, and countless other outside projects and community service initiatives, regardless of what program you're in within our district towns. These experiences give students a chance to apply their skills in meaningful ways and make a real impact on the community while they're learning. So I'll get a little bit into exploratory. I don't want to get too in depth, but during the first half of your freshman year, you're going to be rotating through 9 shops that you selected at time of application to Bay Path. And we always tell students, do your best in every shop. You're going to hear this a million times. You probably heard it during tours and open house. Do your best in every shop because the grades in each shop are averaged out, and that's how you're placed. That's how we place you in your final pick come January. So at the end of the 9 exploratory rotations, you're going to be able to re-rank your top 9 shops that you explored. And then we put it in the system and run it with your grades, and that's how placement occurs. Now, it's super important to note that we don't guarantee placement in your top shops. Some shops are super, super competitive. I won't name any off the top of my head now, but again, do your best in all the shops. And if you have questions, ask your teachers, ask us. We're here to support. For families and caregivers, I'm sorry, Mr. Packard. For families and caregivers, we know this is an exciting process. You can have a lot of questions. Myself and Mr. Packard do have a few things that we will send out and share in terms of what's expected for students to wear in the shops, not only in terms of clothing, but work boots. We'll provide safety glasses. Safety is number 1 priority here, not only during exploratory, but right up through the time you graduate. Needless to say, we're really excited to have you here. We really look forward to having you over the next 4 years. And then lastly, a little bit about me. So I've been in this role for just over 4 years now. Prior to this, I actually taught automotive technology in another district. I'm also a graduate of automotive technology, vocational education. So it's come full circle, and I'm super excited to be here and be with you guys. Welcome to Bay Path.
Love the energy and I love the disclosure. That's good stuff right there, Mr. Tripp. Appreciate that. We're going to quickly go over to what I consider one of the greatest hidden gems in vocational education, and that's going to be Mr. Cherish. He's going to talk a little bit about co-op because that is the elephant in the room for all kids when they're looking to get out of the school opportunity and bring their skill set to the real world experience. So, Mr. Cherish, you're up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer Stachera. As Mr. Packard indicated, I am the Director of Cooperative Education. I'm also the Assistant Director of Career and Technical Education in support of Mr. Tripp and our 23 programs as well. I've been at Bay Path now for 10 years. I started off here as a business technology instructor. When the opportunity arose for this co-op coordinator position, a director position, I jumped at the opportunity. I have a varied background. Most of my time was spent in corporate healthcare, but on a personal note, I've done everything from fixing cars to building an addition on my home. I'm just passionate about those hands-on trades and the transferable skills you learn. So if I took something in high school, which I did. I took a vocation in high school. My career path didn't lead me into that vocation when I left, but I had a significant amount of transferable skills that I was able to take into any role that I applied for. And that's one of the gems, I'll use Mr. Packard's terms, of vocational education is even if you don't land maybe where you thought you would land, those skills, you can't take those skills away from a student, and they can take you places that you never imagined. I transferred my passion over to family members as well with regard to career and technical education. We have 2 technical educators in my family, as well as my son who pursued his passion and opened his own business following his passion through vocational education. So to say it runs in my blood is not diminished in any way, shape, or form. To get to a little bit of what I bring to the table for you and your students is as the Director of Cooperative Education, We have the opportunity as a vocational setting to put students out into the workforce during their high school years. That gives them that opportunity to get a year and a half's worth of real world experience prior to even graduating from high school. Some of our experience with our students has led to significant recognition within companies. We had a young person most recently implemented a process improvement that saved a company hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's amazing what our students can bring to the table for these organizations. And I take great pride in working hard with families, students, and our community partners to get job placements where our students can shine and show what they've really learned here at Bay Path. I'm very excited to see the class of 2030 coming in and following you through your next 4 years. Welcome to Bay Path.
I smile whenever I hear the class of 2030, knowing that I graduated in the 1980s and I'm still here at the school I graduated from. So that just absolutely brings joy to my face. Next up, as you know, everything that we do is embedded around technology. I think that's the world that we walk in every single day. We have TJ Karen, our Director of Technology.
1980. You don't look at Mr. Packard. Doing great.
I didn't say 1980, but
Oh, close enough. Good evening, everyone. My name is TJ Karen. I'm the Director of Technology here at Bay Path. I've served as the Director of Technology. I'll be going into my 6th school year with the class of 2030 here. Prior to this, I was the District Technology Manager for the Northborough Southborough school system for about 11 years. So I've had the opportunity to have a nice contrast between comprehensive education and the vocational side. As Mr. Packard said, technology is one of our key focuses here. We work very closely with our industry partners, with our advisors, with our experts in each of the 23 vocational shops to really ensure that the technology that we're using is what students are going to be exposed to in the field. So we take great pride in making sure that the shops have the right equipment to do the right job, whether that is X-ray machines, industrial CNC machines, laser beds, water jets, enterprise 3D printing appliances. We have it all. In addition, we have an excellent one-to-one program with touchscreen Chromebooks, and that's really augmented by all of the technology that we have available in the shops, whether that's graphics with the latest Mac OS, iOS devices, as well as Beam, or whether that's electrical, electronics, more on the Windows side, looking at different programs there. So it's an amazing school. We have amazing technology, and we're so excited to have you here.
thank you, TJ. Appreciate that overview. Next up, we're going to go to our Assistant Pupil Services Director, Ms. Tracy Coleman.
Good evening, everyone. I'm super happy to be here. I'd love to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Tracy Coleman, and I am the Assistant Director of Pupil Personnel Services at Bay Path. I oversee both admissions and our school guidance department. I joined Bay Path in 2021 after spending 31 years in Springfield Public Schools, where I worked as a Spanish teacher for 13 years, a school counselor for 17 years, and an assistant principal for 1 year. Those experiences really shaped my passion for supporting students both in and out of the classroom. I truly love being part of the Bay Path community. The most rewarding part of my work is helping students discover their strengths, set goals, and begin to see what's possible for their future. As your child transitions to 9th grade, one of the most important supports we have in place is our counseling program. Every student is assigned a dedicated grade 9 school counselor who will work closely with them throughout the year. That counselor will help guide them through the transition to high school, academically, socially, and emotionally, and will serve as a consistent point of connection and support. Our goal is to partner with you to ensure your child feels supported, confident, and ready to succeed here at Bay Path. Thank you for being here tonight. We're excited to welcome the class of 2030.
Thank you, Mrs. Coleman. Appreciate that. Not with us tonight is Dr. Sam McGuan, who is out rubbing elbows nationally with her. What's the correct title, Mr. Brenner? I always get this wrong.
She is the ACT, the National Fellow of the Year,
Thank
the
you.
only representative from Massachusetts
Yes.
and only the second in the last, I believe, 20 years. So she's down at the Capitol and she's working with the legislators and she's sharing her experiences with our legislators on why they need to continue to fund vocational education at the national level, the federal level, which is the Carl Perkins Act, which enables us to purchase quite a bit of material and, more importantly, equipment, latest technology to put into the hands of every one of our students on that. So go Sam and re-sign Perkins.
Aside from that, Dr. McGowan is also a crackerjack rock star here for us as a curriculum coordinator and just understands things from DESE compliance that needs to get done, supports our staff, works with scope and sequence, works with, best practices, ensures that every student has an opportunity to really be educated at the highest level possible. Again, outstanding member of our team. She couldn't be here tonight. We wanted to make sure that we spoke a little bit on her behalf and what she's all about. We're going to now move down to we'll call them our warriors in the hallways, the individuals who keep their finger on the pulse. We've got 3 assistant principals, and we're very happy to have them here on the call tonight. We're going to start off with Miss Amy Burrett.
Hi, everyone. As Mr. Packard said, I'm Amy Burrett. I am one of the assistant principals at Bay Path. I will be starting my 3rd year at Bay Path in the fall, and it is the best place I've ever been. I taught in Connecticut for 10 years, and then I was an assistant principal up in Massachusetts for, 4 years, 5 years. I think this will be my 7th or 8th year. I can't keep track, but I love being an assistant principal. I love my role. One of my biggest roles is to be visible and get to know the kids inside and out, up and down, get to know what their passions are, what they like to do, what they don't like to do. But one of my other biggest parts of my job is to hold our kids accountable and make sure that they are all living up to Bay Path's core values and around their behaviors and their choices they make in school. And we all make mistakes, but the most important part is that we learn from it and we continue to grow. So I'm here to support everybody, freshmen through seniors. The 3 of us, the other 2 assistant principals you'll talk to in a minute, we all work together and collaborate. We have assigned grades, but we all just support each other however we need to in the moment and in the day as situations arise. So welcome to all of you. We're excited to welcome you in August and see you in the hallways in September. And you'll definitely get to know myself and Mr. McGowan and Mr. Kine, the other 2 assistant principals, as well as all of our staff. It's a wonderful place to be, and we're super excited to welcome you. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barrett. And I always smile because I always also say they put the bumpers in fairways for adolescents is what happens. The kids veer off, they put them back on, they bump this way, bump that way. Adolescence is a real interesting journey for a lot of individuals, and all 3 of them work together in sync to do a very, very good job of helping keep the temperature low and the supports high. So now up next, we're going to go with Mr. McGowan, who's joining us from his car. Transit, I love it.
Thank you, Mr. Packard. Good evening, everyone. And I would like to say welcome to the newly accepted incoming freshmen. I'm really excited for all of you. A little bit about myself. I've been at Bay Path now. I am completing my 26th year. The first 12 were as a history teacher in the classroom. The last 14 either as the dean or now as an assistant principal. Specifically, I work with currently the 12th grade and half of the junior class. But realistically, as Mrs. Burrett mentioned, we all work as a unit. I always like to say, one of the better teams that I've ever been a part of, and I've been a part of a lot of teams, whether it be on the athletic fields or in school systems. Mainly, and just to kind of piggyback off of what Mrs. Burrett mentioned, I like to think that the assistant principal's office provides learning opportunities, whether they be, they things go awry from time to time, or whether or not they just need a held hand, so to speak. Our office, I think, actually, our entire school makes it a point to do a phenomenal job when it comes to making connections with our student body. I like to think that they feel extremely comfortable, as well as, very, very, well, comfortable is the best term, to be quite honest with you, in terms of reaching out to any one of us, teacher, staff member, paraprofessional, cafeteria worker, or an administrator for that matter. Lastly, I just really want to really congratulate those who were accepted, and it's no small feat, no small accomplishment. We're so looking forward to working with you. I can't wait till late August, early September to meet you all. Thanks again.
Thank you, Ms. McGowan. Up next, we've got our Rookie of the Year so far, Mr. Kine, who joined us from Leominster High School. Mr. Kine, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Packard. Yeah, rookie indeed. Of all the employees on the screen that you're looking at, I am definitely the newest. I started on November 3rd, and I can't thank Mr. Packard and Mr. Brenner for giving me that opportunity. I did come down from Leominster High School. I taught history there for a long time. I was an assistant principal. We actually, not many people know this, but we had a trade school there as well. It's called the Center for Technical Education Innovation. I was the assistant principal at that school. And then the opportunity came up for me to come down to Bay Path. And what a tremendous school it is from everyone that works there on the trade side, the academic side, administrators, custodians, you name it. I'm blown away every day I walk in there. And I just feel so fortunate that I'm able to be a part of it. So like I said, I was primarily a history teacher, and then I moved into administration. That experience, I think, helps shape my passion for working closely with students and supporting them as they grow. Like Mr. McGowan and Ms. Burrett said, we're there to connect with the students. We're there to help the students. You know, we're making the phone calls home to the families. We're coming up with solutions. We're listening to issues that they're having. And like Mr. Packard said, we're trying to keep that temperature low and those supports high. I really like those words that he used. In addition to my role as an assistant principal, I do have a secondary role. I coordinate the testing programs at Bay Path. Right now, we are working through our ELA MCAS testing, which is a local graduation requirement at Bay Path. And I'm really proud to support the 288 students in our sophomore class that were taking that test. I'm also a hockey coach. I coach at Fitchburg State. Both my girls play hockey, so I bring a coaching mentality to the school, and I think that helps me be successful in connecting with our students. And overall, I'm just really excited to be part of Bay Path, and I'm really excited to welcome the class of 2030 and get it going next year.
You forgot a plate of positive energy as well. Thank you, Mr. Kine. Appreciate all that you do, and doing a great job so far, making a difference. Next up, we're going to finish off with our cast with our athletic director, Mr. Ricardo Carrero.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bay Path. Super excited to meet all of our young athletes and student athletes. The class of 2030, huh? That I graduated in 96, so I'm getting up there myself. I've been here for about 10 years at Bay Path. I started as a history teacher for about 7 years, and I've been the full-time athletic director for the last 3. So I think it'll be my 4th year coming up. I work side by side with our full-time athletic trainer, Greg White, who is one of the National Athletic Trainers of the Year. So congratulations to him. He's my sidekick who, helps me out a lot. Great guy. You'll see him in the fall. Before that, I was at Southbridge High School, where I taught for another 10 years. So I've been in education for about 20 years altogether. Obviously, my position is to take charge of the athletic department. All of our teams, we have 3 seasons of sports. We have 18 sports in the school. In the fall, we have cross country, field hockey, soccer, football, cheerleading, golf, and girls volleyball. In the winter, we have boys and girls basketball, indoor track. We have 2 co-ops, ice hockey and wrestling. We have a bowling and a cheer team. And then in the spring, which right now we have over 220 student athletes competing this spring in baseball, softball, track and field, boys and girls lacrosse, and boys volleyball. So we deal with a large portion. I think in the fall we had over 300 student athletes. So we're talking about, almost 30% of the student population. Other than that, we will have fall signups starting in May, and Mr. Packard will make sure that he gets all of that information out to you so you guys can sign your children up for all of our fall sports. Other than that, very busy. We just started. Hopefully the weather's good and it cooperates and we can get out on the fields, and looking forward to meeting you all next fall.
Now, Mr. Carrero is selling himself a little bit short because he talked greatly about athletics, which I'm a huge supporter of. But there's another hat that he wears, and it oversees all of our clubs after school. So, Mr. Carrero, could you just talk a little bit about extracurricular clubs that could be available for students as well?
Yes, absolutely. We have over 20 clubs as well. Anything from robotics to GSA to
Esports to
esports. Wow, there's so many. But we offer over 20. So this place is bumping from 2:30 till about 5:30, 6 o'clock when our activity buses come for 6 to bring our kids home. We have 5 of those as well. So we provide opportunity for kids to be here, be part of the community from 2:30 to 5:30 every day, which is really important. And that's my big time period. While these other administrators are the morning people, I'm the afternoon and evening person. So I'm here late nights and a lot of opportunity, get involved. It's a great place, especially when you're coming together, 10 different towns, new school. A lot of you are going to meet new people for the first time. Some of you may have a lot of friends that get in, maybe not, but this is a great opportunity to meet people and join a club.
So thank you, Mr. Carrero. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's time here tonight. We just wanted to give you a thumbnails look into who we are, what we're all about. And, ever since I've gotten into administration, my biggest focus is on first impressions, making connections, ensuring that there is a feeling of transparency and connectivity amongst everything that we do, because that's what makes public education so great. Next steps, just so you guys can be prepared for this, you'll be getting subsequent communications from me. We have a placement test coming up on April 11th. I'm going to be sending this out to you in piecemeal, so you get all the information right at your fingertips. You'll be able to ask any questions, and we'll be able to answer them. Additionally, within what I sent to you today in that email, there is a link for you to click if you have a specific question. What I'd like to do is have you place those questions in that form. We will take the time to answer all the questions and put that out in our next communication to you for an FAQ, so everybody might have an opportunity to, get that same question answered, just so we're not answering with redundancy here tonight. Again, on behalf of everybody here, on behalf of our bus drivers, our cafeteria workers, our custodians, our teachers, our present student body, this administrative team, our school committee, we want to welcome you to Bay Path. This is going to be an experience like you've never had before, and we're going to do everything in our power to make this absolutely amazing for you. So again, with that, earn it, own it, and tell you what, just make the most of your opportunity, and we're here to support you. I wish you all a great night, and we appreciate you joining us here tonight. Have a great night, everybody.